it affects tens of millions of us across the world.
86% of kids have a smartphone.
Social media is causing social harm.
This constant bombardment of the highlight reel of everyone else's life.
Whether you hate it or you love it, social media and screen time is an underrated topic which needs to be more discussed. And the question that I'm here to answer today is how can you actually reduce your amount of screen time in a good and efficient way, and how you can stop wasting time on your phone or on social media and actually start using it effectively. And according to several resources, the average screen time per person nowadays lays within a range of 4 to 6 hours, and 2 hours of those being filled with social media alone. You see, this has been a problem that I have suffered from the same as you have. And I still would say it is a work in progress. It is not a thing that you can literally just switch on or switch off and then everything changes. Why is that the case? Simply because it is a tool that we work with almost every day nowadays. And for me personally, it just wasn't the right approach to either completely delete it out of my life or to just deal with all of the problems that come with it. I think nowadays we just don't speak openly about the problems that are actually caused by social media and such a high amount of screen time. Whether it be your attention span or what you do with your free time, what you do when you are around your closest friends or your family members, or when you are just simply bored at a certain point of your day. And despite that, there are so many other problems that come with social media and that will probably increase during the next years. The first approach that has changed so much in the way that I started thinking about screen time or just certain devices in general was to think about it as a tool that you can use whenever and however you want, and it is not a tool that should be using you. You see, nowadays we live in a privileged world. We have a lot of free time and we have the free will to choose what we do in that free time. And I think this is something which is quite new because past generations didn't have the free will as we do nowadays. And I think with the next decades that are to come, our free will is just going to skyrocket even more. The only thing that separates you from the things that you want to do and the things that you're actually doing is a certain amount of action. And this might sound like a hard truth, but this action that I'm talking about is 100% your responsibility. Simply be aware that you are choosing to use your phone and that you are choosing to go on social media. Nobody else. And although social media addiction is increasing nowadays, I think this is a different form of unaware addiction that has to be treated in a different and individual way. Because the huge load of information that you get from swiping on Reels or swiping on TikTok is so much for your brain that your brain cannot even realize what's going on, and that it simply is just telling you to give it more because of the slight dopamine increases that it gets from either funny videos, entertaining videos, or maybe even negative videos that grab your attention. Try to think about it like this. There are two different kinds of lanes. You are in a car and you are heading to a certain destination on one lane. Now your focus and your eyes might be on the right lane heading to a different destination right next to you. But what is the one thing that's going to change you from being on the lane that you are currently on to the lane that you want to go on? And that word, my friend, is action. You have to actively use the steering wheel to change your lane. How do you actually do this and take the steering wheel into your hand and go into the direction where you want to go? Step number one, start asking yourself questions instead of being hung up in the thoughts that you might have about your social media or screen time consumption. And here's a simple example what the questions have looked like for me and my past, which have helped me immensely. Question number one is simply what app or what application do I use most of my time when I am on my phone, on my laptop, or just using screen time in general. In my case, for example, at that point, it was TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And especially the short form content that you could just swipe for endlessly. Question number two, how do you usually feel after you have used certain apps or consumed certain content? In my case, this was often a feeling of disappointment because I looked at the time, saw how much time went by, and knowing in the back of my head that there were so many other things that I would have rather done or still have to do. And question number 3, when do you usually access social media or your screen time? Is it when you are stressed? Is it when you didn't sleep well? Is it when you are bored and you do not know what to do with your time? And together with this question, you should ask yourself, what is the habit that I usually have before I go on TikTok, go on Instagram, use some form of social media, or use my screen time? Me, for example, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be really open here with you. I usually access my phone when I was on the toilet. This might sound so weird, but I don't care. I want to be honest and authentic, and I want to raise awareness for these topics which have been so important for me and I think are so important also for other people and these future generations to come. Or the first thing that I would do in the morning is get my phone out, check my phone, check my messages, which would ultimately lead me up to checking social media and just laying in bed, because it is comfortable for your body and your brain to lay in bed and get some dopamine hits while you are simply actively doing nothing. And just to take you along on my journey, as soon as I started getting more clear about my answers to these certain questions, I also was choosing whether I want to keep staying on this lane or if I want to switch my lane, heading to the destination where I actually want to see my future self. And if I've grabbed your attention with this topic and you also feel the need of solving these problems, let me assure you, you are not alone. If you want to go more into detail with your problems and the solutions that might be the best suiting for you, I have created an online workshop accessible over my website, realdopamine.com, where we together as a group go through the step-by-step process of all the questions and all the solutions that have helped me and others in our past to overcome this social media or just screen time addiction. All you need to do is simply head over to the website, realdopamine.com, sign up for the next online workshop, and if I'm going to see you there, I can 100% guarantee you that this is the right step to action to actually start changing your focus and to take action into your steering wheel to get onto that lane that you deserve, leading to the destination where you want to go. If you finally want something to change, this is your time to step up. I hope this video and the information given have done you well. And as always, remember to get out there, chase that real dopamine, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace.